I'm scared. You know that?
You don't have to do it today.
Tomorrow's not going to be any easier.
Yeah, but maybe then I can go with you.
Are you sure you can't get out of your meeting this morning?
Not if Gold's got his secretary calling me at 7:30 to make sure I know about it. I'm sorry, Kay.
Don't worry about it. I've got to open the bar back up sooner or later. Maybe it's the kind of thing I should do by myself. I just can't imagine walking in there and not seeing my dad behind the bar. That place was his dream. Did I ever tell you?
He bought it with his disability money?
Yeah. Imagine a tough guy like Joe stepping on his skateboard while he's chasing a drug dealer. I think that made him feel worse than his back did. At least he was in his bar.
Yeah.
Always in his bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please. Before any rumors get out of hand, I thought I should give you the bad news myself. Tom Fitzpatrick killed himself at his home early this morning. I know how you feel. I'm not sure I believe it yet myself. They didn't come any better than Tom. He was a splendid prosecutor, a gentleman, and a friend, not only to those of us who worked with him and sought his counsel, but to the victims, whose causes he championed. What drove Fitz to take his own life, I can't tell you. He was not the kind of man who talked about his problems. There were too many people out there who needed his help. He found them. He served them. And his efforts should be an inspiration to us.
Oh, hey there, counselor.
Detective Cobb, you're still speaking to me.
Never thought I'd stop.
Oh, then I guess you lost my phone number.
No, I still got it.
In that case, I guess we're back to why you are not speaking to me. Not interested?
No, it's nothing like that at all. I'm very interested. I've just been very busy.
Say no more, Dickie. Very interested gets you a dinner invitation. How about tomorrow night, 8:30?
You got a deal.
My address is on the business card. The same one with the phone number you haven't lost. Bye.
See ya.
Isn't it true, Mr. Gorch, that you and Mr. Elkins were stopped by the police less than a block away from LaSalle Jewelers on the day before the robbery?
I told you once already. I made a U-turn where I shouldn't have.
Your Honor, Ms. Kaufman insists on tilling old ground.
I'm aware of that, Counselor. Onward, Miss Kaufman.
All right. Moving on to the day of the robbery. When you picked up Mr. Elkins, you drove back to that same neighborhood, didn't you?
What is this?
Badgering the witness, Your Honor. The prosecution is repeatedly asking questions that have already been answered.
He has a point.
May I approach the bench?
The sooner the better. Why don't you join us, Mr. Broderick?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I've been distracted.
We've all been distracted, Miss Kaufman. Tom Fitzpatrick was a hell of a man. You wouldn't have a problem if we allowed the lady a few moments to compose herself, would you, Counselor?
Your wish is my command, Your Honor.
Exactly. All right, we'll take a short recess. Be back here in 15 minutes sharp.
Hey, darling. I didn't know if you'd be open so soon after your dad, no. But I was hoping you might have something wet for a thirsty man.
I'll bet I can find something, Sergeant Finnegan. Come on in.
Yeah, girl.
What'll it be?
The usual.
Okay.
Sorry about Joe.
Thanks.
I don't get it. Fitz tried to tell you he was going to kill himself? Tess, just because you had to work instead of listening to Fitz sing the blues doesn't mean that you deserted him in his hour of need. I wish I'd gotten the chance to know him. Everyone in the DA's office thought that you were the little deaf girl that they were going to put on display. Everybody except Fitz. Tell you something. You were a real lawyer.
Not without Fitz.
Since when did I become everybody's shoulder to cry on?
Great. I guess this is where I say it's not what you think.
Don't worry. I heard about Tom Fitzpatrick on the radio. She worshipped the guy. Tessie, I'm sorry. I wish I could have gotten here sooner.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Tess, why not wait until tomorrow? Fitz's investigator probably bailed out hours ago.
Tessie, I'm taking some clients to dinner tonight. They'd love to meet you.
I can't. I... Please?
I'm not trying to be a bitch. I just feel like somebody kicked me in the stomach, and the only way to get over it is to talk to someone about Fitz. Someone who might know something about why he killed himself.
Sure, Tessie. I understand.
You bet Fitz cared. He cared too much. Hell, it got so he was putting the victims' pictures on his desk when he prosecuted their cases.
That's the way he was when I knew him. Always. Something must have happened to push him over the edge.
You know, something did happen. The wife of one of his informants got shot to death.
Who?
She was a Vietnamese gal. Her husband and her got ambushed about a week ago. Oh, the papers gave it maybe 2 paragraphs. And homicide... you know how it is.
What was the informant's name?
Joey Tron. It was one of Fitz's special projects. They met when Joey was a gang punk, pulling gang punk stunts. Fitz convinced him to finish high school, got him some job training. Next thing you know, Joey was married and naming his baby Tom after Fitz. God, Fitz loved that. Not having any family of his own.
Couldn't have been a one-way street Fitz was working. He had to be getting something back.
You remember Eddie Min?
Yeah. Leader of the Tudo Dragons, Eddie Min.
He's a person.
Doing 5 to 15 for extortion. It was Joey Tron's testimony to the grand jury that got Fitz the indictment.
Well, hell, that should have gotten Joey Tron a new name, new address, new life.
Fitz offered it to him, but Joey wasn't interested. All he wanted was nobody to find out that he testified.
Somebody did?
Yeah. And it killed Fitz. Now we've got Joey Tron out there on the run. He's dragging his baby with him.
Kay.
In a minute. Yeah. Ready for another?
No, baby, I'm ready for you.
That's it, Al. I'm cutting you off.
Well, this is no joke. I know you've been spreading it around.
Who do you think you are talking to me like that?
Come on, Kay, the funeral's over. Maybe it's time you slipped out of those mourning clothes.
Maybe it's time for you to hit the road.
Butt out, Junior.
It's all right. I just can't help myself.
Al, you throw one punch and I swear to God I'll pick up something hard back here and hit you over your fat head.
To hell with you.
You really that bad?
I don't think so.
Good. That's safe for me to stay. I'm Andy Cromeyer. You call me Crow.
Hey, Crow.
Oh, look at the cat dragged in.
Oh, boy. The excitement never stops around here. Shut up! All of you just shut the hell up! That crap may have been fine in my father's bar, but this is my bar now, and I don't want to hear it. You got a problem with that? Drink someplace else.
You don't mind, do you?
She's the boss.
Save your money. First one's on the house.
Thanks.
I simply can't have you falling apart in court.
He says, I apologize. Couldn't think of anything else to do.
I can. Wrap up this case. You should have brought it to final argument already.
Today.
I wanted it yesterday.
She's got more on her mind than she had yesterday.
Would you care to enlighten me?
One of Fitz's informants got his cover blown. The investigator thinks that that's why Fitz killed himself.
I hadn't heard that.
If you'd stop talking for a minute, you just might.
It's my job to talk, Detective. It is your job to translate. So, translate.
Fine.
She wants the case.
Well, win the one you're trying first. Remember, no convictions, no extra funds from the state.
I know that. I just don't want you giving the case on Fitz's snitch to one of your fair-haired boys. I'm tired of getting the bottom of the barrel. The cases you can make political hay out of because I'm handling them.
Fine. Fine. Do what you can with Fitz's snitch, but you still better walk out of that courtroom a winner tomorrow.
What about all the other cases you've been burying me with? I can't forget about them. Exactly what went through Fitz's head, I don't think you'll ever find out. He felt bad. He was unstable. He killed himself. I'm sorry, okay? But if we're gonna find out anything, it's who killed the snitch's wife.
Then do it.
Mayor of Little Saigon, huh? I'm impressed.
It is an unofficial title.
Yeah, but you still have to have juice to get it.
Juice?
Yeah, juice, muscle, clout. Whatever it is you get for whatever it is you do here.
A topic of discussion for another day, perhaps. But for the moment, you are interested in Joey Tran, or so my young friend Dustin tells me.
Yeah, we can always get back to you.
You are wasting your time looking for Joey Tran.
That's your official position, Mr. Mayor? Or do the Two-Door Dragons have you singing soprano?
The need for coexistence does not elude me, Detective Cobb. But even without the presence of the two-toed dragons, I would not extend a hand to you.
Look, all I am trying to do is help someone make good on a promise.
An American promise that has already been broken. An American promise that has left Joey Tran's wife dead.
Yeah.
Then it is better that our streets have swallowed Joey Tran.
I like that. Calling Elkins a coward who hides behind a shield of terror. It's good.
Closing argument?
Almost finished.
I'm sure it'll be fine. My apologies if I, sounded cold this morning.
It's okay.
I've agonized over the way Fitz died, too. You may not believe it, but this is not the first time I've gone through something like this. When I first started working felonies here, I had this snitch. Funny little guy who got me the dirt on a gang of bikers and ex-cops running a speed factory. He wouldn't take witness protection either. Couldn't leave the love of his life. A stripper who was real trash. And, well, you can probably guess the rest. She set him up. Even shot him once herself. The only way I could get through it was to lose myself in my work. You should try it, Tess. Because the world is not going to be a better place if your mourning Fitz while Jerry Elkins walks.
I know.
Let's go! You got that? What am I supposed to do? Walk?
4 flat tires, Tess. That's my quota for the day. What do you want me to say? Next, I'm going home. I have a date. You leave John Dugan out of this.
No.
Have it your way. You thought that Fitz could walk on water. And I thought that John Dugan could too until he came up dirty. But that is no excuse for you to be so bullheaded. Who's quitting?
Yeah.
How did we get on this subject anyway? You wanted to quit the DA's office for the first 6 months you got there. Too much resentment, too many people making fun of you. Fitz wouldn't let you. Well, Fitz was right for not letting you quit because of a bunch of yahoos.
What about you?
I'm not quitting. I'll see if I can find out who got into Fitz's file. Okay?
Thanks.
Anybody could have walked in and looked at Fitz's files.
Maybe you ought to rethink security around here.
I don't mean literally. I'm talking about ADAs, clerks.
Anybody.
Right. But I don't know who would have done it. Everybody loved Fitz.
I wish love was worth some information.
Sure.
You.
Oh, I don't know anything, all right?
What do you say we just make sure?
Awake, Tessie? Are you sure that you're ready for that?
Come with me.
I hardly knew Fitz. I'd be out of place there.
Then wait. I'll be back.
No, thanks. I think I'll just go back to my place. I wish you were as obsessed with making our marriage work as you are with the dead man.
Though I am old with wandering through hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find out where she is gone, and kiss her lips and take her hands, and walk among long dappled grass, and pluck till time and times are done the silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun. To Fitz. Hey. How you doing? I'm glad you came. I didn't know if you were going to make it.
I had to.
Yeah. Fitz was crazy about you, too.
The poem you read was wonderful. I haven't thought about Yeats since I was in college.
Well, you're not allowed to forget him if you're Irish. Tim, would you hold on a minute? I'm sorry, I really need to talk to this guy, but if you're going to be around later,
I don't know.
well, I hope you are.
Ready to go home? I didn't think so. I'm gonna get another drink. Can I get you anything? Okay.
That's funny, because you don't remind me of a girl who came from a neighborhood that smells like Lithuanian sausage.
Well, then I've succeeded. At least in your eyes.
Yeah. You see, Harvard Law, all this. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say you're doing all right. Oh. 5 hours till the alarm goes off. I really gotta hit the road, Lila.
Yeah. I have a brief I better read before I go to bed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself enough to want to come back.
Just say the word.
Good. You know what I want to do right now?
I hope it's the same thing I'm thinking about.
I'd like to take you in the bedroom and make love until the sun comes up.
That can be arranged.
But not tonight. I don't want to ruin this by going too fast. Good night, Dickie.
Good night, Lila.
Hey.
Hi. I was hoping I'd catch you before you took off for court. I was hoping that I would catch you before you took off for court.
What?
Well, I heard your investigator, Cobb. Is that his name? Yeah, well, I heard that he was trying to find out if someone in the office had gotten into Fitz's file. You know, someone who shouldn't have. I think I know who it was.
Who?
Well, what I should say is that
Who?
April Key, a girl I went out with when she was a law clerk. You know, actually, it was me that told her about Fitz's wake. Maybe you saw her there. She's pretty, Vietnamese.
Was it something you said?
I blew it.
Whoa. Oh. Slow down. Whoa, slow down.
Tess, geez, will you slow down? I can't keep up.
Okay.
I know you don't like to screw up. Nobody does.
Elkins walked, huh? Don't sweat it. You get another shot at him. Probably sooner than you think. Think positive. Maybe Elkins won't hurt anybody else. Maybe somebody else will hurt him. What was wrong with your witnesses anyway? Bad and scared? And you still expected to convict him? You're out of luck. Now Gold is gonna say you were still thinking about Fitz.
I was.
Tess, he's dead. I know that's hard for you to deal with, but you gotta light a candle for him and move on.
No.
Boy, oh boy, are you stubborn. Go with you? Where?
I was wondering if you'd come to see me.
She wanted to talk to you last night.
I assumed you did, but I'd arranged for a cab from here in the neighborhood to pick me up at 9:30. I had to study for the bar exam.
I don't remember you clerking for Mr. Fitzpatrick.
I didn't. But whenever our paths crossed, he was always very kind, very gentle. Going to his wake was the least I could do to honor his memory. That's not why you're here, though, is it?
Someone saw you going through Mr. Fitzpatrick's files.
Why would I do that?
So you could find out who snitched off Eddie Min. And when you saw it was Joey Tron, you fed him to the Tudo Dragons.
Don't!
It's all right, Miss Kaufman. I did blow Joey Tron's cover.
Well, then you got a lot of blood on your hands. Fitz, Joey Tron's wife. If the Dragons get Joey, you've hit the trifecta.
Passing judgment must be very easy for you, Detective Cobb. You have only one set of rules to live by. I have to deal with two cultures at the same time, American and Vietnamese. That may sound crazy to you to be torn that way, but you don't see the world through my eyes. When your legal system tries to stamp out young Vietnamese men, there's no question where my loyalty lies.
Your logic stinks. And that loyalty you're talking about got a Vietnamese woman killed.
Only because her husband was a tool for Fitzpatrick.
Forget about semantics. Which one of the Dragons did you tell about Joey Tron?
I can't reveal that.
Fine. You're going to jail. She's going to jail. Worst case, she might not crack. Then I make a house call on the Tudo Dragons. It's not about being macho. And I wouldn't get hurt. I would not get hurt.
Fitz's snitch.
Forget about it. What do you mean forget about it?
I know all about April Key, and I am late for a meeting with the DA's office. So, in the meantime, here's 5 fresh ones all waiting for your special touch.
Hey, why don't you give her a break? She's already got 10 other cases backed up.
If she needed a break, she shouldn't have asked for the Tron case. And she should have got a conviction on Jerry Elkins.
night, Miss Cook.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, you worked late. Yeah, me too. You want to go get a bite to eat?
My husband waiting.
Oh. Yeah, your husband.
Sometimes I forget how wonderful this can be, you know that? I get all wrapped up in work like making a buck's the most important thing in the world. I forget about my human side. But it's there, waiting to be touched, to be reawakened. Not just any woman can reach me, though. It takes someone special. Someone whose soul is as beautiful as her face. Someone like you.
The only window she could see this guy from was way up here. How do you know this guy is running around butt naked? Just jump up in the chair, she said. Okay, so I did. Sure enough, there he was in all his glory. See what I mean? She says, what am I supposed to do?
So did you have an answer for it?
Yeah, cut the legs off the chair.
Cops. You're all crazy. You know that, Crow?
That's it. Just crazy.
Well, you're nice, too. Sometimes.
Thinking about anybody in particular?
Yeah, Dickie Cobb.
Hey, I'm the one that's making you laugh. He's not even here.
He will be. I think.
Who's there? You want to play games? Fine.
Let's have a shooting contest. You can be the target.
Chill out, okay, man?
Give me a reason to.
Joey Tran's my brother. I know where he's hiding.
What are you doing to me, Dustin?
I had to bring him here. I don't want to see you dead, too.
I'm not the one who's gonna get dead next.
Where do you want me to send the meat wagon, Joey?
You'll find out when the body's ready.
You sure you got the stomach for that?
You go to hell, man! Shot my wife down like a dog.
2 dough dragons, right? Which one, Joey? That's all I need to know. You know, if you go and get yourself killed, that leaves your baby with no parents. You don't want that for him or for you.
There's some people taking care of my son. You don't need to know who.
That's not the same as being sure you're ever going to see him again. One day, Joey. 24 hours to nail this son of a bitch.
You ain't gonna nail him.
I mean, we got a bet.
If that's the way you want it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the way I want it.
I didn't climb out of bed for the privilege of hearing you threaten my client, Ms. Kaufman.
Threats? Don't think about these as threats, Mr. Yap. These are the facts of life that Miss Key has made for herself.
But you're asking her to roll over before she even knows what she'll receive in return.
Tell her she won't have to share a cell with Big Irma. Oh, you haven't heard of Big Irma? About 6'5", 400 pounds. She makes Refrigerator Perry look like he should be writing the feature at Sportsman. She'd love you, April.
He's taking this too far.
Too far? What do you call getting 2 people killed and more on the way if it matters to you?
Enough.
Forget about what could happen to you in prison, Miss Key. Think about spending the rest of your life there.
Murder 1? Look, I didn't.
Please listen to the rest of what I have to say here, because if you don't cooperate, you will be indicted and you will be charged, and I swear you will be convicted.
And if she cooperates? Complete immunity.
We're not discussing that until I know who she gave the information to and who shot Joey Tron's wife. This is your life, Miss Key.
All right.
Now what?
Now I go after the shooter. Bang, Fang, whatever she said his name was. Yeah, of course, by myself. I don't see anybody running up to help me. Me. Scared. If you're not scared a little bit, then you don't respect the guy you're going up against. And if you don't respect the guy who could kill you, then you're crazy. So, despite what you think about me, I am not crazy.
Good.
You mean you actually worry about me?
Sometimes.
A long way from home, aren't you?
You shouldn't worry about me when you're falling in love.
I can't help it. I get better looking every day.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. You patrol Little Saigon, right?
Yeah.
What can you tell me about a pool hall called the Iron Triangle?
It's wall to wall with vicious little bastards. Two-door dragons, mostly. They steal car stereos, snatch purses from old ladies, extort protection money from shopkeepers.
I want to arrest one of them for murder. Guy named Vang.
By yourself?
The guy really believes all that dirty Harry nonsense he hears about himself. He's crazy.
No.
Oh, no, he's not crazy. He's got you brainwashed. Hi, Bruce. You'll have to forgive me. I was just carrying on about Tess's lunatic investigator.
Well, go right ahead, Arthur.
No, I'd be better off if I just let you two alone. Keep me posted.
Are you going to have time for the marriage counselor tonight?
I can't go. Work.
I understand, Tessie. I hope you get some answers out of all this. For your peace of mind, if nothing else.
Thanks.
You okay?
Hey, I owe you one.
Two, actually.
This doesn't end with Vang, Joey. There are lots more dragons out there. Sooner or later, one of them is going to get you.
He's beautiful.
But he's already lost his mother. Don't let him go through life without a father, too.
It's not that easy.
Take Fitz's offer. Go into the witness protection.
Fitz is dead.
Then do it in his memory. He didn't want your wife to die. He wouldn't want anything to happen to you or your baby. Come on, Joey. There's no other way out of this.
What do I have to do?
I was crushed. There's no other way to put it. I mean, here I am begging Tess to come here tonight to try to save our marriage, and she's busy worrying about this cop of hers.
You said they were working on a case.
That's what they called it.
You didn't believe them?
Who knows, you know?
But in an earlier session, Tess said she hasn't cheated on you. You didn't dispute her then.
I want to trust her.
What about you, Bruce? Should Tess trust you?
Now? Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
They were raw sewage.
Yeah, guess there were.
I'm just glad you didn't get hurt. Either of you. I don't think I could have handled that. Vicky, someone for you.
Hey, you lost?
No.
Hey. I'm sorry about the father.
Thank you. I know you've been through a hard time of your own. Would you like something to drink?
Beer.
You got it.
I've never seen you drink before. What's going on?
She needs it. Because she works with you.
Don't let them give you a hard time. Here.
To your father. And to Boots.